Hello students, as in my previous video, I explained you stanza 1 to 5. Here, I'll explain you stanza 6. Let me read stanza 6. The black man's face spoke revenge as the fire passed from his sight, for all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. Now, this fifth man was a man with dark skin, and all he thought was to take revenge on all the wrongs done to him. The black man's face looked revengeful, and the only thing visible to him in his stick is a chance to harm the white man. Now it is his turn to take revenge from the white man. And as we read in stanza 2, that the white man refused to share his log because he saw the black man. So now it's the turn of black man and he's taking his revenge from the white man. So what is the revenge? The revenge is that he is not willing to give his log of wood in that fire which is actually dying now. Let us read stanza 7. The last man of this forlorn group did not accept for gain, giving only to those who gave was how he played the game. Now let's see what last man did of this group. So here is the explanation. So, the last man of this lonely group, forlorn means lonely. Lonely group does not accept something for his benefit. What was his rule? His rule was of selfishness. He believed only in giving to those who gave something back to him. And we have seen in these all throughout the poem that all of the five of them they refused to give. So he was the last man. So his policy was very clear that if you will give something, then only he will give it back. So the rest of them they refused to give. So what did he thought? He thought to himself that he is not going to share his log of wood with the other people. So he gives only to those who give him something back in return. So, as we see, all six of them denied to share their log. Let's read stanza 8. Their logs held tight in death's still hands was proof of human sin. They didn't die from the cold without, they died from the cold within. And what was the result? The result was all those six people died. And why did they die? They died just because they were not willing to share their log of wood. Why? Because of the discrimination, because of the prejudices. They were not willing to share their log of wood. And what was the end? The end was that they all died from that bitter cold. In this stanza, the poet says that their logs were held tight in their hands and it is nothing but a proof of human sin. The poem ends with a note that these six people die not from the freezing cold outside but of the cold within them because they were having a chance uh, to save their life because they were having a wood with them. If they would have if they would have agreed to share their log of wood, then they would have saved their life, isn't it? So this poem basically deals with the futility of discrimination or hatred that humans have against one another, isn't it? The poem is totally based on discrimination based on race, class, and religion by narrating the story of six individuals who were caught together by chance in extreme cold, and the people in the poem were from different background and religions, and because of their prejudices against one another, it becomes difficult for them to put their stick into the fire. Now, the discrimination, racism, it proves that none of the six people stay alive by the end, because there was a lack of warmth in human relations. The six people in the poem can be seen as representatives of the whole human race. It is very sad that these people are overtaken by the feelings of revenge, hatred, anger to such an extent that eventually these prejudices led to their death. And it is a very sad story, and it deals with two themes: futility of discrimination and lack of warmth in human relations. I hope you must have understood this poem.